Well, based on Tom Brady's most recent Instagram post, we know he wants to keep playing. But what we don't know is what team it will be for. According to Peter King, when Brady is looking for a team to sign a new deal with, King thinks, quote, the surrounding cast is going to be a little bit more important than money. So, Shannon, do you agree that Brady is focused on the supporting cast over money in his new deal?
Yeah, he should. He should go where he could win, Skip. But here's the most important thing. If Brady were the league, his legacy is depending on him winning. And supporting cast, see, people think supporting cast is always running back, wide receivers, offensive line. But he had the #1 scoring defense. That's a supporting cast also. And I think people lose sight of that, Skip. Coach Belichick, people say, well, Coach Belichick hadn't surrounded him with anything. Well, Coach Belichick says, I've given you top 10 scoring defenses year after year after year that enable us, and even if you don't play well, yeah, not to diminish Tom Brady, Skip, but I think the thing for him, the most important thing, is him versus Belichick, and he has to win. See, it is different than Peyton, because Skip, Peyton called everything. Peyton did everything. So no matter how the head coach, now it did help that he ended up going to Denver, getting to 2 Super Bowls and winning one. But everybody, as long as he was in Denver, they're like, well, Peyton's running everything. So whether it was Dungy or Coach Caldwell, Peyton got the credit. He went to Denver, goes with John Fox and Gary Kubiak. But Peyton called on his plays. So this is of the utmost importance. It's imperative that if he leaves New England, Skip, he goes where he can win immediately. Because it's not his team against the Patriots. It's him versus Belichick. And if Belichick goes 12-5, 12-4, Brady's 10-6, 11-5. And don't let Belichick win a playoff game and Brady doesn't. Skip, you know how this thing gets spun. So the most important thing for him, forget the money. If I can go somewhere, Skip, because look, when Peyton Manning made his decision, he had 3 choices: Arizona, Tennessee, or the Broncos. 2 other places had more money on the table, but they didn't have Demarius and Decker and Julius Thomas and Noshawn and Von Miller. They didn't have all that. Denver did. That's what Peyton should factor in. Absolutely. The supporting cast, what gives me the best chance to get to and beat the brakes off Coach Belichick.
Okay, I got you. So, of late in the sports world, we've had to deal with 2 runaway media trains, 2 erupting volcanoes of misinformation. Number 1 was this notion that Jerry Jones is now committed to finding his next Jimmy Johnson, the upcoming college coach who will change life in Dallas, and that he is leaning toward his new good friend, Lincoln Riley. How many times do we have to deal with that?
Right.
Maybe even Urban Meyer. By the way, I ran into Urban in the hallway here.
Yeah?
He works at Fox yesterday. He just shrugged and said, I never even got a phone call. So obviously he was never in the plans remotely.
Correct.
Okay? And he wasn't unhappy about it because he's onward and upward.
Right.
He'll be just fine, but I do think he would have made a great next coach of the Dallas Cowboys.
Ohio State might be still sending out checks too, though. So
Okay?
good.
All right. Well, it's fine. So is Fox. Fox is doing him pretty well, too. So that was misinformation number 1, because then Jerry flipped that script completely on its head and said, no, I was looking for the most experienced coach. Well, that's all I read for days was he's looking college. There's even some Matt Rule to that. What? Matt Rule?
Skip, it wasn't like all of a sudden Mike McCarthy became available. Mike McCarthy never even came up.
Okay.
Until he was the last 48 hours.
Now, this brings us to misconception number 2 over the last couple of weeks, and that is Tom Brady now wants max money.
Exactly.
Where did this come from? Tom Brady is not known to confide in any media people. It's not like he has lots of off-the-record relationships with lots of local New England reporters.
Right.
I don't know where it started, but boy, it took on a life of its own, and we had to deal with Rob Parker on our show yesterday, just annihilating Tom Brady for how dare you want max money now after you've taken a hometown discount all those years. There's no way he wants top dollar. In fact, to me, Tom Brady should basically offer to play for free to the Los Angeles Chargers, who have one weakness that needs to get addressed and fixed, and it's what protects him, the offensive line. They got all the other components of a great offense. They got the running back and the little running back who can catch it, and they got lots of receivers.
They're probably going to lose Melvin Gordon.
Maybe.
He's probably going to be gone.
Maybe.
But, Skip,
you just don't know.
You got a defense.
Okay.
Ingram and Bosa and Derwin James is back.
Stud. You got Pro Bowlers.
And your cornerback that for Vanderbilt.
Casey Hayward.
Yes.
Yep.
Skip, so you got pieces.
You got lots of pieces, so you just need to be able to protect the 40, what is he going to be? 43-year-old Tom Brady. So if he goes in and says, pay me the minimum, you can factor all that money. You can channel it into free agency or, again, high draft picks in the offensive line. Why would he want money? He's never wanted money. And by the way, I don't think he needs money.
No.
What would be the point of now trying to make a statement? I'm 43 and I deserve $40 million.
Yeah. I mean, Tom is looking at it like, I don't need any more money. I don't need any less either. That's the thing. But I think for him, Skip, if he can go to a situation and he has quality receivers, quality tight end, offensive line that can protect, a defense. Because, Skip, if you put all your money, we've seen teams put all their money on offense, and then they have bottom feeder at defense, and then they wonder why they lost. Well, Tom understands that, look, I can't have Julio and Mike Thomas at wide receivers. I'm not going to get Kittles or Travis Kelce at tight end. I'm not going to have all that. But just give me a little bit more than what I got. For me, Skip, this is simple. It's not that complicated at all. He leaves, it's Tom Brady versus Belichick.
Okay, well, that's fine. So why wouldn't you max your chances to put him back in his place?
I totally would. I totally would.
You don't need any money. You don't need salary. By the way, we all know.
30 million with a less talented roster or 20 million with a talented roster.
Okay. Or 12 million or 10 million.
Nah, he ain't playing for that.
Okay, but
he go home.
How low do you think he would go? That seems low.
Okay, remember what Tim Duncan did in his last 5 years as a Spur?
Right.
He was taking single-digit millions.
Okay.
He was taking 5 million.
Fair.
Again, just to maximize the bench.
I believe what I'm saying, Tom. He made 23. Skip, it's hard for me to see that he takes less than 20.
Okay, but to what end? What are a couple of million when your whole legacy is on the line against the coach you deeply, deep down don't love?
What you want him to take? What you want him to take 10?
But at some point, it's insulting.
Why not? Why would I'm serious about this? Why wouldn't you offer to play for free? What do you need that money for?
Obviously,
but your wife makes a whole lot of money.
That's her
we all
money.
know that.
That's her money.
For what you're worth.
They got separate accounts. That's her money.
Yeah,
You're like, hey, Tom, don't come give me my stash.
How many times have I told you this about LeBron James? All that should matter right now are championships. Yeah. How do you maximize your opportunity to win a championship? You take less money.
Skip,
but he says, no,
Skip,
I'm LeBron James.
But you said, with all the discounts that they've given Tom Brady, where's the money going?
Okay, that I don't know.
Exactly.
Because it feels sabotagey what happened with Bill Belichick because he never provided anywhere near the supporting cast that Tom's discount should have provided.
Because if you look at it, Skip, it wasn't like Edelman and Amendola and Hogan, like you broke the bank to pay them. The running back situation, offensive lineman, you're not paying them Tyron Smith and Zach Martin type money. So Gronk was the only one that made some decent money, and that was early because at the tail end, he wanted a contract extension because he saw how vastly he was underpaid.
In the last 4 years, the only one they paid for was Stephon Gilmore.
That's it. That's it.
Where did the money go?
So I'm saying he taking all these discounts, and Brady probably sitting back like, hold on. I'm taking all these discounts. Where you spending the money?
Yeah.
Okay, that's why.
Is it in the mattress somewhere?
Elsewhere. And I'm pretty sure I was the first to say this maybe 3 weeks ago. I just believe L.A. Chargers make all the sense in the world.
But I tell you what, the L.A. Chargers, they got a guy that got big money. Now, he got more money than Mr. Kraft, Stan Kroenke.
Yeah. Okay.
He got it.
Wait, the Chargers or the Rams?
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, I was thinking the Rams. No.
Yeah, we're doing.
I don't know, Skip.
Okay.
I don't know. I might have to stick with Mr. Kraft.
Yeah. Okay.
But here's the thing now. You going to the big new building?
Mm-hmm. That's why the Chargers need him as badly as he needs them.
Now that
Gotta sell tickets.
Now that I know that you need me, the price just shot up.
Okay. Well, okay, but that's self-defeating. I don't get. I get most people would think that.
But Skip, he had all those guys that are there, Eckler and Mike Williams and Keenan Allen. They're under contract.
Okay.
Joey Bosa, Melvin Ingram, they're under contract. Now, Bosa's going to be up now.
Wow, yeah.
You got one more. You probably got one more year before you have to pay him big dollars.
Okay.
So
this is it.
It's interesting.
Take $5 million, Tom, and
$5 million?
live in Brentwood again.
I don't see that.
And star in the greatest new stadium in sports.
$5 million. Skip.
He's not going to be the lowest.
Is there any
paid
law
QB.
against taking? Is there
No.
any rule?
No.
Would the Player Association not like it?
Yes.
Or they would not like it.
No,
I
no.
get it.
Because, Skip, you know what's going to happen. Now they're going to start paying everybody. With
But
Tom
they
Brady.
won't.
Yeah, they will.
Because everybody would make an exception for that guy. He is the GOAT,
No.
and he's going on 43.
No.
You just take
The
less.
Player Association should avoid the contract. We are not allowing Tom Brady to play for $5 million.
I'm sorry. He's Tom Brady. He can do whatever he
No.
wants to do.
He's a
This'll
Player
be interesting.
Association.
He's the one exception
No,
to this rule.
no,
Yeah.
because you know how the owners are, Skip. That's one exception that they want everybody big. That's what got them messed up in Dallas right now. Because Tom Brady has taken pay cuts, and they want everybody to take a pay cut.
I don't know.
Which Jerry always
Can't
say,
see it.
do you realize the size of check I'd write for another Lombardi? Well, do you realize how little money Tom Brady would take for another
Oh,
Lombardi?
he would definitely play for free.
Yeah, okay. Thank
Speaking
you.
of Jerry, he actually has a few contracts of his own he
Yeah.
has to figure out. Does
Yep.
Amari Cooper deserve to be the highest paid receiver? That is next.